All right, the next piece of news is pretty surprising. I don't know. I never read this before, but I thought, I thought of sharing this with you. Okay, so links are down below. This one, it says that why the Gupta brothers in exile in Dubai still escape South African justice. So I have no idea who these Gupta brothers are. Okay, but I'll read out the article and then let it sink into your mind as to why I'm sharing it with you. So this is dated January 2nd, 2020. The three brothers of Indian origin who now live in Dubai are the center of the so-called capture of the state scandal, a vast network of influence that hovered over South African political life during the past decade, making the defeating ministers and deciding on large contracts. Long considered untouchable, the Guptas have become the most hated family in South Africa, a symbol of widespread corruption under the presidency of Jacob Zuma, 2009 to 2018, whose resignation is largely linked to his close ties to the Gupta. Dubai, where the Gupta brothers live in a house estimated at around 25 million euros. Woo, wow. Okay, these are rags to riches, people. I have no idea who these are. I'll read it out. Okay, near the marina, they have served as their rear base even when they operated in South Africa. So the question the article asks is, does the Emir, that is Sheikh Mohammed Rashid Al Maktoum, the Prime Minister of UAE and Dubai, want to protect them? Is the big question. This is what British Minister Peter Hain suggested to the commission responsible for investigating corruption in South Africa. Sheikh Al Maktoum must be asked about the reasons why the family is not extradition. Don't mind my pronunciation. Okay. Either the Al Maktoum government intentionally conceals a family that looted countless funds in South Africa, or the South African authorities are not willing to try them. Now, in another article that is by BBC World, dated 10th October 2019, that is even older, it says here, South African Gupta brothers sanctioned by US over corruption. Okay, the US Treasury has imposed sanctions against the Gupta family and an associate over alleged corruption in South Africa. So these Indian chaps, or this Indian family, Gupta, that was in South Africa, are wanted even by US. Okay. The sanctions are, as per this article, it says the sanctions are targeted at brothers Atul, Ajay, Rajesh Gupta, and South African businessman Salim Essa. They are accused of using their friendship with Jacob Zuma, South Africa's former president, to profit financially and influence ministerial appointments. So now the question, obviously, who are the Guptas? So in this article, it says the Gupta brothers are a family businessmen from India. They relocated to South Africa from India's northern state of Uttar Pradesh in 1993, while a white majority was ending and the country was opening up to the rest of the world. They were a small businessman back home, and their parent company, Sara Group, which has no links to the Indian giant of the same name, had an annual turnover of 200 million rand, that's 22 million US dollars as of early 2018. As well as computers, they have interest in mining, air travel, energy, technology, and media. They are said to met President Zuma more than 10 years when he was a guest at one of their parties. The Gupta family leveraged its political connections, engaged in widespread corruption, bribery, capture government contracts, and misappropriation of state assets, said Sigal Mandlikar, the Treasury Under Secretary for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence. The Guptas fled South Africa and are said to be living in Dubai. Now, what is the reason I share this with you? Not to praise Indian business sense or opportunism, if that is a word, but rather to highlight the fact that Dubai is housing people like this, people who have excess amount of money, people who are wanted, people who are criminals. And then, you know, when you have such people, obviously you're going to have human rights watchdogs or the human rights saying that, you are, keeping all these people, so you're not a safe place. And then they get slapped with, money laundering and all that stuff. Now, what do I think of this is, I feel that, yes, there are criminals in every part of the world. It's not just Dubai. But the problem here is when you are trying to position your brand on the international scene and say that, we follow international protocol, we are, the standard by which you can measure and see, that we will uphold the values that is followed globally. It tends to backfire on your face. Now, for example, these Gupta family, I never heard of them. Somebody just shared it with me, and then the question is, okay, they're wanted in South Africa. They're, branded by US Treasury as baddies, as wanted people. Then why is Dubai keeping its eyes shut? So you let me know. Maybe you know something better. I would like to hear your thoughts. And maybe you can shed some light. Do you know anything of this Gupta family? Have you heard of them before? I never heard of them before. This is the first time actually someone sent it to me. So let me know your thoughts. I'll be pretty interested to read your comments. Okay, let's move on to the next bit of news.